How's it going, guys? Matt back again with another tier list video, and I'm here. I'm now. My opinion is right. Brian's is wrong. Oh yeah, Brian's here. Hey Brian, say hello to the people. Yeah, we're back. We're back again, and we're here to tell you the objective fact of who is the best and who's the worst.
The objective what?
The objective fact of who's the best and who's the worst in
Dragon Ball versus Omnibus.
Oh my god!
What, did you just become Skrillex? Did you just jump into the Skrillex void?
I did, bro.
That's a dangerous place to be.
I know, bro. I just got back. That shit was crazy.
But yeah, we're here. We're gonna do a tier list as usual of Omnibus Great. Before we go into the actual figures, obviously remember to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Ring the bell notification so that way you guys get notified whenever I make a brand new video. Like this video if you enjoy it, and of course, comment your thoughts down below in the comment section at the end of the tier list so that we can see your tier list. And
tell us.
Whatever he just said, subscribe to Brian's channel. He does Dragon Ball Super card game openings and expresses his love of cringe content. Yeah. Before we actually talk about the figures, Brian, and put our placements,
Yes.
How do you feel about this Ichiban Kuji? I know you don't collect everything or a lot like I do, but as just a casual viewer, what do you feel about this Kuji based off of what I've shown in my reviews?
Based off of all the reviews I've seen and also watching them with you as well, I have to say this is a very interesting set, and I feel like it's, you know, there is a Goku in it, God forbid, but
Look out.
Yeah, watch out, people. But I gotta say, it's only one Goku, and I gotta say, it's a nice diversity of characters, but obviously there's a couple of picks in here you're kind of like, what the fuck? But, you know, overall, it's a pretty nice looking set, man. Just from a casual perspective.
Yeah, I mean, I can agree that it is an interesting pick of characters. I came out of it a little mixed. Probably not my favorite Ichiban Kuji that they've released this year. There are a couple of really great picks in here, but I have some strong feelings, as people have seen in my review, for some of these figures. But without further ado, Brian, you started last time, so I'm going to start this time.
Agreed.
So
Shut your face.
No, I'm here to be annoying, and that's what I'm going to do.
as per the law. Okay,
Yes.
7th place. I don't know if this is going to surprise people, but 7th place, I'm putting this dog shit freaking Cell figure in last place because holy cow, how did they fumble this hard?
Last one prize of all things, too, man.
It's a last one prize. His face is just not good. It's not like awful, but it's just like it just doesn't look right.
This is a safe place, Matt. You can be honest.
Look, I'm being honest. If I could go back in my review and change something, I would have given him like a 2.5 out of 5 or something. Because like he's just mid. He's not like the worst figure you could ever possibly get, but he's so mid.
That's true.
And you know, maybe I would drop the rating for the character choice because like now that I think about it, why did we get this form of Cell before we got his second form? Like, what the heck, dude?
Yeah. Why don't we have Cell, like, you know, like bending over, bowing at you as he just arrives? You know what I'm saying? Like that.
Right.
Would have been so much cooler, in my opinion. Cooler than Freezer. Yes, those of you were wondering.
And Freezer was cooler.
That's right, and he understands. So honestly, Matt, I'm gonna go ahead and be upfront with you. I agree with you, man.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's in editing. Matt will also put in post. You know, my tier list on the side. So obviously, I don't see that, but you guys do because you guys are awesome. That's why you're here. Anyway,
I'm just gonna put your face on every tier list.
it sounds like a lot of work, but hey, you have fun with that.
Brian's like, the best figure in the set is me.
I'm the best figure.
Yeah, but they just totally ruined this thing, man. Like,
dude, seriously.
There's no shading. There is some shading, like noticeably on his feet and the little tip of his tail. So like the
Great
yellow
spot.
parts. Yeah, right?
Yeah, great
totally
spots.
super visible.
Yeah.
But there's none on his skin. As you guys saw, especially compared to the Omnibus Super Perfect Cell.
Yeah, the post edit that you did, which I'm glad you did, by the way, because I gotta say, dude, when you see the colors, man, oh
yeah, it's
my
pretty bad.
God, not to like, dude, his face is like so much different, and it's like, you know, the fact that you mentioned like, oh wait, no, you mentioned it while we were watching the video. Like, he literally only went into this form to fucking flex on Trunks, to just be like, hey. Just look, hey, just by the way, fuck you. Like, that's literally the whole point of this, like, this form. So, again, that brings us back to why didn't we get second form yet? You know, I would have loved to see him, you know, doing his iconic, bow and everything. But
yeah,
still, and then not only that, this is the last one prize, and they dropped the ball so hard, man. Like,
yes.
Oh
hey,
my
I'll
God.
I'll say, hey, Bandai, great job for not just doing like a recolor or something of one of these figures as the last one prize, because that seems to be the norm for a lot of Ichiban Kuji nowadays. But still, like, this sucks. I appreciate like, hey, you guys want to represent like every part of Dragon Ball and have like this form that is like a deep cut and only showed up for a little bit. He did it again when he fights Teen Gohan when he gets mad. But yeah, he does it. That's right before Gohan punches him so hard that he throws up 18.
18, yeah.
But
he's like, you little shit.
Yeah, I mean, I would have, if they took that likeness from the anime, because his face just like looks like a freaking rectangle.
Literally.
It would have been kind of cool, but it's very disappointing. So
yeah,
glad we can both agree there. So let's move on to sixth place. I'll let you go first. Who are you putting in sixth place,
in
Brian?
sixth place, brother, I am putting Piccolo.
Wow, so we're still 1-1. Piccolo is also my sixth place pick.
Well, I told you we're gonna be.
Just wait. I think we're about to take a turn here.
I have a feeling this is probably where we may diverge. The forking is upon us, brother.
The forking is upon us.
So yeah, man, just Piccolo, like you said in the while we were watching, I keep thinking like I keep trying to think like, oh, he said this in the video. It's like, no, you said this to me while we were watching it, but it's like. They reused. Oh no, you did say this in the video. They reused a lot of it. Sorry, but they literally the only difference is his face and the arm, and it's just like not only that, but they like kind of made his face like I saw like the separation of where like the ink and shit kind of like stops and like we can like see where they like separated it and everything, and it's just like, dude, like. If you guys are gonna reuse so much of this, y'all could have put in a little bit extra work to cover this shit up. And
right? I mean, yeah.
It's just like like you guys reuse so much. Like literally like I just said, the only two things that are new on this figure. It's like y'all couldn't have went the extra mile already of reusing so much and like I covered those imperfections and stuff. Like we got the cool dynamic lines under his hand. His teeth are really pronounced and stuff. He's still a great figure if you don't want to get the other one, but it's just like. He's just a slightly different shade of green, and honestly, I think the other one's better. Like his original one, I feel like you're just better off getting the other one, where like he's in his original form facing you, and then getting the orange Piccolo form. And maybe this one is more skippable in my opinion, but again, that's just my casual perspective on it. Matt, what are your thoughts?
Well, with all your points, I 100% agree, and like to stack on top of that. They just released this form in an Ichiban Kuji 4 months before this one came out.
Yeah,
Omnibus Ultra was October 2022, and then this set was January 2023. So it's just like, wow, it's just so close. So like, why would you put that in an Ichiban Kuji again so soon?
Seriously, they could have really spreaded that out, and honestly, they could have put it in the one with the Cell Max if they really wanted to. Like,
seriously,
with the Cell Max set, I don't know the names. Obviously, filthy casual here, but
Omnibus
it's
Beast.
Omnibus, yes, the Beast set like that. It's just like they could have threw him back in then. That would have been a good time gap, I feel like, in my opinion. But obviously, I would not replace the orange Piccolo that came in that set for this guy.
Oh yeah.
So
that's another thing. I was going to mention that this form is not really all that popular. I don't think a lot of people really like this form. I mean, I don't hate it, but it's probably...
It's cool that it got it, but it's just like, did it need its own mass release figure? Were people really Like, I need my middle of the form road Piccolo between orange and the black. Like, no one.
Yeah, well, like the hardcore fans, right? Like me, like I appreciate that. It's probably my second to least favorite form introduced in all of Dragon Ball Super, but I don't think a lot of people even realize that this is a new form for Piccolo.
Yeah, he's like a really bad shiny, in my opinion. That's he's the best way to put it.
Yeah, he's a bad shiny Piccolo.
Literally.
My favorite Pokemon.
Literally.
Yeah, so I mean, like you're saying, he's not bad, but like if you're a hardcore collector like me, it's like, well, I prefer the other one anyways, and why release something like this so soon after the one that you just did? So
they could. Okay, Matt. Also, comment question of this video: if you guys could replace your least favorite figure, aka us. I mean, I honestly, Cell Max, the Max form is bad, but if I could replace any of the figures, it would be this Piccolo.
Yeah.
But for what, I don't know.
I don't know. Trunks, if you have King Cold and Mecha Frieza in there, or maybe Super Vegeta, since you have those other two in there.
Since you got the Goku, I mean, well, then we'd have a Goku and Vegeta, and people would be rioting in the comment section. But
or
they would be here to watch it anyway.
If it needed to be a Dragon Ball superhero character, I don't know, Teen Trunks, Teen Goten, Krillin in his police outfit, like I would have taken any of those. Is there a
Gotenks form in his in his messed up form?
Not yet.
They could have did that.
I would.
He was a prominent role in the movie too, because he did crack his head.
He did.
So that could have been a very more suggestive figure, and that is something very different that we do not have. So
correct. Yeah.
Anyway,
let's move on.
Now that we just shit all over Bandai.
Yeah. Now that we've gotten all of our rage out of the way, let's move on to 5th place. My pick is going to be, even though I do like this figure, I like it. It's going to be Super Saiyan Grade 3 Goku. The reason I'm picking him is, again, he's very recycled from Trunks. I am a little lighter on it. Goku's my favorite character, so I can't help it. It used to be Vegeta, but as I've grown older, I'm just like, man, Goku's just the GOAT. But like
greatest of all time for those of you that don't know what that means. Anyway, sorry, Matt. Didn't mean to interrupt you. Go ahead.
Thanks, Mr. Thesaurus. But Goku, okay. But Goku, I like this figure. I like the way that they painted and shaded it better than the Super Trunks. And I just think it's kind of cool. Like, most Goku figures, it's just like base Goku or Super Saiyan Goku or something. This one's a little more unique. So I don't mind that they reuse Trunks' body, because what else are you going to do? Goku's in like essentially the same pose that Trunks was in. Mm-hmm. Goku is in the same outfit. And yeah, like, what do you do? So if you want this form, this is probably the best it's going to look and get, because that's all Goku looked and did when he demonstrated it. So yeah, I like it. It's not as good as the rest of the set, in my opinion, but I'm comfortable putting it here. What do you think? Are we still on the same page, or is this?
We are.
Have we? Okay, we are. Wow. Yeah. So we have not forked yet, Brian. No forking has.
The forking is still set to the side for later.
Right now, we are spooning each other, and we're spooning.
I would have worded that
on the
a
couch.
little bit differently, but.
What do you mean? We're on the couch. We're spooning right now. We're watching some Dragon Ball, and just keeping you. What, bro? What?
Anyway.
You don't want homie kisses?
All right, so I will
Come
say.
Come on, don't make it weird, Brian.
I'm not, bro. I'm accepting it. It's whatever. I'm just saying. I would have worded it differently. Anyway, so I do agree. They did pretty much reuse the entire base of the Super Trunks, but they just switched the shading around, because I noticed when you were doing the comparison to the two that Trunks had a lot of shading over one of his fucking knees, and then Goku didn't. I was like, okay, well they at least moved the shading around some, so that's nice at least. And I will say, dude, they fucking nailed his face. His face looks
it's
so
real good.
Good. I remember when you were showing it off, I was like, damn. I was like, that looks fucking sick. Not to mention his hair sculpt looks really good. I love the yellow that they chose. You brought that up in the video, and I couldn't help but really agree with you, because I was like, man, that they really did nail that. It looks like if you were to put a custom made aura, the Saiyan like burning effect around him, like that hair sculpt and the color looks perfect for it. So looks really good. The lighting on it, he actually has, you know, really good shading. His face looks really good. It just sucks that he was obviously so basically reused. Maybe his gloves and like maybe like a couple of centimeters of proportions were a little bit different. Besides him having a new face and obviously hair sculpt, but you know, like that is the base of the form, so it is still nice that it got a representation.
Yeah, like the torso is actually slightly different to the Super Trunks. You can tell when they're like on their side. It's a little more noticeable. I think like Goku is like, I think his chest is like more puffed out than Trunks.
Which would make sense based off their body build. So
yeah, so I think they just changed it a little bit, but yeah,
the attention to detail is really nice on this figure. That's why it's above the other two.
Yeah, like I think a lot of people are I've seen a lot of comments of people saying, I can't believe we got this before a Super Vegeta, and I get that, but like that,
I mean, he technically
that's
did
not
do
relevant.
It first.
Yeah, I mean, Vegeta never even goes grade 3 on screen, so we just know that he knew about it, he could probably do it, and he was smart enough not to do it. But I mean, with all that being said, I don't think it's fair to judge this character because we didn't get like another thing.
I thought he did do it when he went and did Final Flash.
No, that he's still in grade 2. Vegeta is in grade 2 throughout the entire fight.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Big facts.
Actually,
I'm like,
I was a professor at Dragon Ball University, and I taught my students that the differences between grade 2, 3, and 4.
Wow, I must have fell asleep for that lesson.
It's because my boobs weren't big enough. All right. Fourth place, Brian. Why don't you go ahead? I think we're finally about to fork.
All right, so fourth place, brother, is going to be base form superhero Gohan.
Okay, we gotta stop being on the same page.
Okay, so originally I was like,
I want chaos.
So originally, after we watched the reviews and you went and did your meetings and stuff, and I did my little intermission of like thinking about everything, I originally had Super Goku over this, but I was like thinking about all the basically the same. Like I was like, okay, yeah, there's like slightly different proportions in the chest and this and that, yada yada, like we just mentioned, and the face and the hair is obviously the only new thing besides like the shading being moved around. So I was like, but this Gohan figure is completely new, unique. He's got a cape on, he's got sunglasses on, he's got a brand new hair sculpt, and I was like, I can't fucking take my Goku bias into effect here. So I was like,
and it's not like they just took his same face from the like Ultimate Gohan or something. Yeah, his face is different too.
Yeah, they're completely different. The only thing that's really the same is their clothes, and I will say
the body.
Yeah, the body and stuff is still pretty much the same. Like obviously their hands are like a little bit different and stuff, but I gotta say, this is a very unique and cool figure. Like, he's got glasses on. He's got that superhero, like, older, but not, like quite Boo Saga hairstyle on him. Plus the cape, dude. He's rocking fucking Piccolo's cape, which is, like, it's just cool to see. Plus, he's got the blue gi on and everything. And I do like the two different shades that the Ultimate form has compared to this one. Because in the Ultimate form, I feel like they're going for that aesthetic, like you said while we were watching the videos, how it's like he like just transformed. Like,
yeah,
you know
the aura, the shading is showing the aura.
Yes, and so like that, I love that, like that difference whenever like you put them side by side. Plus, it's just a fucking sick figure for Gohan that we would probably, you know, most people would probably think we would never see and everything. So I'm glad it got a representation.
Yeah, I mean, I would even be happy if they took, like, even this head sculpt and they changed his face a little bit and they put him on his casual outfit, like when Piccolo first shows up to his house and scratches on the window. Yeah, Gohan's wearing, like, a sweatshirt or something and, like, jeans. But, yeah, I mean, it's a unique look for Gohan. We've never seen him like this in his base form, so... You know, it's just like them showing off, like, hey, there are new designs and new looks for some of the characters because there's been a little bit of a time skip in Dragon Ball Super, finally, that shows characters change and age. So really, really hoping that we see more of that. Except for Bulma. Bulma, those cheeks remain intact. I liked Bulma in Dragon Ball Superhero, but I think I liked her butt as a main character a lot more. Well, the movie
There was
put
a
that
whole
front and
wish
center,
granted
I'm
on it,
just
bro.
saying.
So there was a whole
Yeah.
wish. Like it's a plot character now.
It is. It had plot relevance.
Right.
I stuttered. Shut up.
I let it slide so long throughout the video, man. It was only a matter of time before I just caved. Okay.
I was trying. All right.
No, I was too.
I know you placed the last character, but I am almost certain we are going to part ways here. So I'm gonna let you go first and talk about who you're about to place. Go ahead.
You just you just think that if I pick, because I told him, so you guys don't know for context, I told him before we started recording that we were gonna have the same list, and he just absolutely refuses to believe it's gonna happen. So that's why he's making me go first, because he thinks if he goes first, I'm just gonna agree with him just to be spiteful. Like,
yeah, bro.
He knows me too well. So.
Go ahead and place third place. I know for sure this is it.
You think so?
I think so.
Third place, I'm putting King Cold, bro.
What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you?
Oh, okay, so that's not what I thought you were gonna do, but yeah, we are not on the same page anymore.
I'm just fucking with you. It's Gohan.
Okay, guess what?
What?
We're still not on the same page.
Oh my god! I already know your list. It's King Cold Gohan. I know it. It's fucking.
All right, let me go ahead and.
What?
Let me go ahead and do this.
What?
Okay. Go ahead. I'm gonna let you go ahead and talk about Frieza because I know you. Frieza's your second place, right?
No, he's first.
He's first place. I knew he was going to be first or second.
Yeah,
I had a feeling he'd be first place.
My third place is Gohan, second place is King Cold, and then first place is Mecha Frieza for me. So
all right,
first,
go ahead
I'm
and talk about Frieza because I know you love Frieza. I love Frieza too, but you have this blind love for Frieza no matter what. Like I bet if I showed you this old figure that I reviewed of this ugly Frieza, you'd be like, nope, he's the best.
He's the GOAT.
He's awesome.
Bro, okay, yeah, you're right. I love Frieza. Back in the day, I didn't really care much for Frieza, but as I've gotten older and the years have gone by, I fucking love Frieza. He, outside of Madara, is the best goddamn best. Fucking I stuttered. Fuck.
Get him. Cuff him. All right, officer. He's right there.
All right. So I love Frieza. He is the best anime villain of all of anime to me. So like the fact that he got such a great looking mecha form, man. Like you said in the videos, or while we were watching them. No, you said in the video. He's been getting a lot of love here recently, and he deserves it. He absolutely deserves it. The fact that we've gotten his full power form coming, all of his other forms now, and then literally, this is such an off-brand form that literally showed up just to show how fucking badass Trunks was.
Just to show the difference in power.
Yeah, just to show like, hey, fuck you, sword, I'm cool as fuck. Like, jacket, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he literally showed up to get wrecked to show, so people could have hard boners for Trunks, which it worked. You know what I'm saying? We just watched Goku fight to the fucking death for 5 minutes. Lies.
5 minutes equals 50 episodes.
Literally. Well, I mean, if someone did a compilation, and it really was about 5 minutes. But anyway, that's besides the point here.
High speed battle.
Yeah, and it's just the fact that he also got, because I mean, if they're gonna give a nod to these two Super Saiyan Grade 3 forms, it's awesome to see that they also gave Mecha Frieza, some love and stuff. And then, dude, while you were showing off the figure, yeah, it kind of sucks that he's kind of tilted to the side a little bit because of his stand.
It's not that bad.
Yeah, it's really not that bad, man. It's the attention to detail in this figure for me that really make it just shoot up above, because I was really fighting between King Cold and Frieza. Like, okay, yeah, we got tons of Frieza, but we've never gotten fucking King Cold before. So that's what really kind of made me want to pick him first. But I was like, this fucking Mecha Frieza is so detailed. Like, they got all the little screws and bolts, man, and every little thing is just absolutely fucking perfect. And I was like, dude, yeah, I have to put him first. It's so cool. I really want to put King Cold first just because he's such a unique person to get a figure. It's about time we actually get him. Yeah, it sucks his scaling isn't a little, as it should be and everything. He should have been a, Master League's extra. I agree with you. He should have been. But still, man, he's such a sick fucking figure, but I couldn't help but give it to Little Princess, so I just,
Cupcake.
Yeah, cupcake. I couldn't help it. I just thought they went above and beyond. They could have really, skipped a little bit those attention to details when they were making this figure, but they didn't. Just like they did with the one in the fucking pod. Fuck you, that thing's awesome.
It is awesome. It is awesome.
I know,
Zarbon's better.
You wanted chaos.
All right, but before we talk about the other ones, let me talk about Frieza. So
okay,
I 100% agree with you. Like, I don't think it's bad at all. I just think the other two kind of hit different with me over time. But yeah, I like it a lot. Just the fact that, there is some care put into this figure for sure, because his skin has like a traditional paint job, but then they put like the metal has a little bit more of that glossy, shiny look to it to demonstrate that it's metal. So it just doesn't come out as a flat figure at all. It's super cool. It is a little bigger than I expected.
Yeah,
but
I agree.
think Bandai's just doing that a lot with Kuji figures to make them
like, well, they,
more...
people want to get a bang for their buck. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. So. Yeah. Because, I see comments all the time like, Master Lee's Pan, like, why would I pay $40 for, something that's this big? Which
Literally.
I agree. That's why I rebought her for $20.
Nice.
But yeah, it's Frieza's cool, man. But
cooler than Freezer?
And cooler than Freezer. I originally would have put him in second place, but as time has gone on, I don't know, that Super Saiyan Gohan is hitting different, man. Like, I know he doesn't have the exact same likeness as the
hair sculpt.
source. Yeah. They should have given him long hair, and
I agree.
they still could.
That is why he is lower on mine.
And that's what I figured was the reason behind that. But like, I think they'll probably maybe one day just reuse the body and the face and just give him long hair. But whatever. But I don't know. He just looks really cool. I like the way he's colored, and he kind of hits all those points that I love in a Super Saiyan figure. The hair has the right paint and shading that I like. His face is really cool and detailed. It's Gohan in Saiyan armor from when he was training with Goku, and that's just something that I love to see. And don't get me wrong, I love Frieza, but Mecha Frieza is probably my least favorite form for Frieza, if you want to call it a form.
Yeah, I would.
It's unique, right?
It's its own character
unique.
In the Budokai and Tenkaichi games, so yes, I would say.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah. Like I like Mecha Frieza, but he doesn't hit as hard as like his other forms for me. Whereas
especially that second form, dude. God.
The second form, yeah.
Fucking
but like
badass.
Super Saiyan Teen Gohan is like iconic, man. He's
whoa.
He's just cool.
Youth.
Son Gohan youth. Just like Trunks youth, even though he's teen Trunks.
Yeah.
But like, over time, I'm just like, man, I really like this Gohan, and he's not like a huge figure or anything. And to me, like, it's like I always tell the boys and my girlfriend, size doesn't matter. But I don't know why I'm telling the boys that, but I know, I just like, I pass by him on my shelf, and I'm just like, man, this thing looks so cool. Like, he just looks cool. I don't know. I can't really put too much of a reason on it. I just think he looks cool, and he's cooler than Freezer.
And I agree with you, brother. Like, I really, because I really wanted to fucking put him a little bit higher on the list, but, I gotta take it my Frieza bias a little bit. I didn't have my Goku bias. I gotta have my bias, man, okay?
Fine, take it. Take your bias. But you're objectively wrong about King Cold, and here's why. He's not tall enough. Yes, I get it. He's not even 11 inches. He should have at least been 12 inches. 100%. At least. But he's not. But with all of that out of the way, it's not like he's like freaking short. Like, he's still a big figure.
He's not like Raccoon, you know what I'm saying? Or
Birder, he still commands a presence. He still commands a presence
for sure
on my shelves. Mm-hmm. I even get comments because him and Mecha Frieza are the only ones on my Android shelf for now. And every time someone sees it, it's like, damn, that's like very imposing to see them both there like that.
Yeah, just chilling, yeah.
Yeah, but like the detail, like his cape, his likeness, the shading, the
like the
paint.
Flowiness over his tail too.
Yeah, it's just like drooped over his tail. Like King Cold, he just looks cool. Yeah, he's he just almost reached perfection. There's no 5 out of 5 figure in this set, in my opinion. Unfortunately, that's another reason why I don't think this Kuji really hits the highs that like the Ginyu Force or Fear Frieza, yeah, or even Omnibus Beast. Like it doesn't hit those highs, but it's cool like to see King Cold. I really love.
I agree.
Yeah, like King Cold's cool, man. Like I think a lot of people were asking for a King Cold Master Release, and then we finally got it. And yeah, it was disappointing that he's not as tall as he should be, but I mean, a lot of these figures aren't really to scale anyways. Yeah. And Dragon Ball heights are never consistent throughout the entire franchise.
Yeah.
So
imagine having to draw those motherfuckers. You're gonna mess up every once in a while. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like,
I mean, like Vegeta is like a huge case of like someone being like a little bit taller than Krillin, and then in the Android Saga, he's like
about the
almost
same
as
size.
tall as Goku.
Yeah.
Like
so
what the
it's
heck?
like, but anyway, so Gohan, I like I said. So obviously my tier list is Gohan, King Cold, and then Frieza. And Gohan, I just wish they would have picked the longer hair. If they're going so hard with like source materials and stuff like that, it just kind of maybe they picked it in my mind because he has the long hair for like a little bit. He goes Super Saiyan, and then by the way,
cuts his hair right after.
Yeah, Goku knows how to cut some fucking hair. By the way, holy shit! I didn't know. But motherfucker don't know basic math, but he can cut some hair. That's fucking crazy.
No, he knows math. Goku's smart. Like people who don't watch like original Dragon Ball, and then when he turns into an adult, he gets kind of smart. In Z, it's Super that makes him a freaking idiot.
I know. I always think back to Abridged.
Yeah, true. Yeah, true.
But so like I can understand like, oh, he was in this form longer leading up to the Cell fight, blah blah blah, all that kind of stuff. So I can understand why they picked this hairstyle over it. But it's just like when he made that face and he's in that stance, he had long hair. So I was just like, I gotta dock points for that. He's got to go a little bit lower on the list. King Cold being second, like I said a minute ago. It was really hard to pick between the two because, we got tons of Frieza forms, and this is almost a form you could argue, if you want to, that could have came later, or maybe we just couldn't get it all, but I'm glad that we did. And obviously King Cold is someone that was literally around just to show how strong Trunks was. So it's just like, him getting like a Kui, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's cool to see that he got a representation, but... Yeah. Over the Emperor of Universe 7 in his amazingly detailed Mecha Frieza form, I couldn't help but put Mecha Frieza over him. It does suck that he's not as tall as he could have been, but the fact that they gave him like, I don't know, dude. When you pointed out that like that attention of like his cape kind of like going over his tail, I just fucking loved that. I was like, that is such a great attention to detail, in my opinion.
Yep.
And I feel like they could have even like posed him like Frieza. You know what I'm saying? Like having like his finger up to the side like Frieza does. Or imagine if they were to make another one with him, but with Trunks' fucking sword. Like,
yeah, he's holding his sword.
Yeah.
Even like him just when he's observing the sword would be like a cool.
Yeah, that's literally what I was like doing whenever that's what I just did. But I think it's really cool. I just couldn't help but have a little bit of Frieza bias. I think it's amazing that he got a figure, and he looks so good. He does have great shading. His likeness is really fucking awesome, and of course the drapiness over his tail is an amazing attention to detail, which they didn't have to do, but they chose to do. So again, why the fuck didn't they do the things with the Piccolo? Sorry, going back to old habits here. Anyway.
The drapiness, the forkening, but who cares what we think? We want to know what you think. So please let us know down in the comment section. What's your tier list for this Kuji? What are your overall thoughts? Brian, what would you rate this Kuji? You can go ahead and do 7. I'll do my regular rating out of 5.
So out of 7 Dragon Balls, everything considered, the 2 unique, I guess 4 unique characters that we have, 5. I guess the only fucking weird one is the Piccolo,
Yeah.
But so considering all the figures, I mean, it's just a lot of reused assets, I guess is what I should say. And bro, you sounded. It kind of scared me a little bit. Jesus Christ.
Just smoked
a
pack of cigarettes before this.
I was like, bro, did you just get jumped and somebody else's take over? What the hell happened?
It's me, Matches Peaches' brother.
It's Peaches.
Patches Meaches.
Overall,
Okay.
brother, I give this set a 5 out of 7.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I feel like that's generous. I'm gonna give this set a 2.5 out of 5.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah, because, at the end of the day, 3 of the figures are still recycled. Even though I like the DBS Gohan, he's still highly recycled. Piccolo is stupid. Cell is awful. And while I do like King Cold, Teen Gohan, and Mecha Frieza, they're just not... They have some imperfections that don't help them be as good as they should be. So... I keep telling people when I talk about this set, it's like Omnibus Ultra, but worse. Like, because Ultra had, like, kind of a same vibe with, some Cell Saga people, some superhero people. But, I don't know, man. It's just not executed the way that it should be. But I don't hate it. It's just really mid. It's incredibly mid, so I'm going to give it a mid score of 2.5 out of 5.
All right, well, fair enough, brother. That is your opinion on the matter, and
but it's also an objective fact. So,
yeah. One more word.
my opinions are law. But let us know down in the comment section what you guys think. Of course, like, share, whatever. Twiddle my balls. I don't care. Brian, where can people find you before I get really freaking off the wall and unhinged?
Hold on, no. You gotta die, brother.
No.
Goodbye.
No,
You're dead.
No. What's up, guys? This time Brian died. God damn it! I gotta go look for the Dragon Balls again.